Believe it or not, earlier my wife and I decided to go for errands and buy a few things. I need a new pair of pants. Yeah, that happens. And suddenly, we just decided to go see a movie. So, yeah. Therefore, because of that, I'm late for finishing the vlog. So, as I normally say, let's do this. So when you think about it, it's just a choice. I decided to allow myself to do something else other than finish the work. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You have some consequences at times. So you have to accept the responsibilities and the results of acting or not acting over something. What I saw over time when you try to be perfect is that it's a form of laziness, because you don't want to commit, you don't want to accept a certain outcome, because you don't necessarily know what's going on or what's going to happen, and you want to make sure that you keep some control over what's going on, when in fact you don't have control over pretty much anything. But you can control your actions, you can control your reactions to your emotions, for example. You don't control necessarily the emotions, but you control how you react to it. So by being perfect and trying to act perfectly without errors and whatnot, it's just an exercise of constant scrutiny and never-ending pain, because nothing you're doing is good enough. So you never have the satisfaction of accomplishment. And since you never commit, you never accept something as final, you don't have to choose. You don't have to choose if it's enough. You don't have to choose anything. So that's why I think that perfectionism is a form of laziness. Do you really want to do the job? Or you just cover it up by saying that you're a perfectionist? That's worth thinking, because it could be a reason. It could be disguised as just procrastination and laziness. That's an interesting way of looking at it, I think. Never feeling like you're enough, never feeling like you're doing enough is not a way to live, because you're always in pursuit of something that isn't real, instead of accepting what's there at the moment and living in the moment and in the now. By focusing on being a perfectionist, you don't focus on learning and becoming better. You don't really try to become better, because if you try to become better, you would accept the failures. And by being someone that aims for perfection all the time, you might not accept that. Not accepting that you can fail and that it's okay as long as you learn from it. So at some point you have to be content with what you have and what you've done so far. Because when you're aiming for perfection that much, you're looking to the future, to a future that hasn't happened yet. And you're not content of what you did. You don't realize what you did in the past. You don't accept it, and you don't accept it as enough. In your eyes, it's not. And you can't accept what's going on right now because you're too focused on what's going to happen and how it's going to happen and trying to control it. So essentially, you're living in the future. So as I try to live in the moment and live in the now, I now realize that it's really late, so I should close this up because it's good enough, and I'll finish this. So that's it for me today. Till tomorrow. Ciao.